Now, I remember wanting to play Devil May Cry 4 back when I was just a teenager in middle school, and I had played that demo with the first boss you fight, and I was like, damn, he's a freaking flaming horsey, how cool is that? But then, wait a minute, oh my god, my guy's even more of a badass, he just put out those flames like it was nothing, oh my god. And by the end of the demo, I was sold. I wanted it. So I go up to my dad, and I let him know I wanted to play a game called Devil May Cry. Yeah, it's a wonder it took me so long to finally play this thing. So now, pretty much a decade later, I've finally gotten to play through the game for myself, with this still being the first Devil May Cry game I've ever played. What did I think? Well, you're about to find out. Right from the start, I knew I was going to like Devil May Cry 4, especially with how freaking epic it starts out. You know, you got this religious ceremony going on, your girlfriend singing for the church with the main character Nero, Jay chillin', listening to some punk rock, just before some dudes come crashing in through the roof and shoots the head priest in the face. Then, this happens. Did you guys see that? He just ran in and drop-kicked that dude across the room. The cutscene immediately sets the tone of the game for me. We're here to kick ass and chew bubblegum and style the hell out of these demons while we're doing it. So, let's talk about Nero for a bit. After all that goes down, you're tasked with hunting down Dante, who was the main character of the past 3 Devil May Cries, which I totally loved. I love when a series flips the script and turns everything you thought you knew about its characters upside down, a la Metal Gear Solid 2. So for me, you guys know that Nero was the dude I played with when I was a kid. I mean, spoilers, but I thought Dante was an actual bad guy. Now I know if you had played the other DMCs, you guys probably caught on to that right from the start, but I didn't. And I know a lot of you DMC fans hate Nero in comparison to Dante, but not gonna lie, I think I favor Nero, if only for his badass voice acting.
I thought the cat had your tongue. It's a trick you're looking for.
You play with Nero for the first 10 chapters of the game, and he's basically a simplified version of Dante. He can rev his sword like an engine to power some of his moves, and he's got a devil arm that can be used to incorporate powerful grab animations into your combos. You can also use your devil arm to snatch enemies toward you to keep the combo string going for as long as possible. Plus, you got a gun for long-range use, even if it's pretty much worthless outside of charge shots, in Nero's case anyway. And if all that weren't enough for you gameplay fans out there, there's also a style system during combat that increases the more you change up your moveset and style out in combat on your enemies. But if you get hit, it decreases dramatically. So the whole name of the game is don't get hit, keep hitting your enemies, and change up your moveset as much as possible to achieve maximum style. If that doesn't sound like a damn good time to you, then I don't know what does. I'm sure it's known that the DMC series is known for its gameplay, and this one is no exception. But that's not to say that I don't have a few complaints. The puzzles in this game? Not a fan. Why do I gotta freaking play Beyblades across the map to get this stupid, finicky god? Don't go this way, go that way! Ugh, I hate this part. What the hell? I gotta roll a dice? And then if I hit the yellow, you're gonna make me go all the way back there? And the platforming sections, why? Just why? Especially this part, where you gotta stand on the platform while all these stupid things try to knock you off. Don't even get me started, though, on Secret Mission 7. Oh my god, I almost threw my controller across the room.
Hey! Alter! So, ey, Richard, Junge! Bist du...
So yeah, the extra parts they added in this game that don't involve combat, that more or less seem like padding to not let you finish this game too quickly, yeah, not a fan. When I'm doing this, game's fun as hell. When I'm doing this, yeah, quick reviews may cry. Okay, now let's talk about my boy Dante. Now at some point in the game, you lose control of Nero and start playing as Dante. A little twisty twist, if you will. And as soon as I started playing with Dante, I started to understand why fans love him so freaking much. Unfortunately though, I feel like they kinda screwed Dante with this game because the second half of DMC4 is just you backtracking through the sections you just played through as Nero, all while going literally back to the start of the game. And you also fight the exact same bosses that Nero fought along the way. Yeah, not cool. The one thing I did like about this though, is that this allows for DMC4 to really show how much more of a badass Dante is than Nero. Where Nero wasn't able to finish off a single one of the boss enemies during his fights, Dante makes quick work of every single boss, all while making fun of them. Like, if shitting on them during combat wasn't bad enough, he straight up berates them mid-battle before eviscerating them in an instant. Definitely serves as a cool contrast between the two characters, that's for sure. And the game demonstrates this contrast within the gameplay as well. Even though you're playing through the exact same sections, sorry, can't stress that enough, Dante is worlds more complicated gameplay-wise than Nero is. He has 4 different styles: sword style, trickster, gunslinger, and royal guard, 3 different types of guns, with one of the guns having multiple different forms, all with different movesets and ways that you can string each of these together. Like, oh my god, the complexity in his character is unreal, and it's a real shocker once you go from playing Nero to someone as complicated as Dante, especially as a newcomer. I mean, just look at one combo video with Dante, and you can see how crazy you can get with him. It's absolutely nuts. Still, as complicated as it is, it's one of those systems where it's relatively easy to pick up, but really hard to master. Just to give you one small example of the complexity difference between Nero and Dante, let's say with Nero you hit an enemy in the air. Immediately afterward, you can just start pushing the Y button and be hitting them mid-air no problem. With Dante, nah. You can only do sword strikes in the air with sword mode specifically, and not only that, but you gotta do the sword strikes in the air with the B button. The amount of times I would immediately slam an enemy back on the ground because of how used to Nero I was insanity. But the more I played with Dante, the better I got. It's such a rewarding system, and I can see how people could put in hundreds of hours in this game, just trying to truly master the combat system. Now, notice how I haven't really mentioned the story because, well, who really cares? Mainly, I was more so about the relationship between Dante and Nero, if anything, and I can't wait to see how Devil May Cry 5 develops these two characters, because that's probably what I'm going toward next. Let me know down in the comments below, guys, Dante or Nero. Don't forget to like and subscribe as always, or Dante's not going to be happy that you guys took the last piece of pizza.